Welcome to 101. I'm Greg Bassett, your host from the Salisbury Independent newspaper. It's my favorite day of the year at PAC 14. I have my National Folk Festival shirt on because we have our favorite guest for the Maryland Folk Festival, Caroline O'Hara. Welcome, Caroline.
Hi, nice to see you.
So you're putting on a show in September.
We are third weekend in September, September 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. So it'll be a little bit cooler, a little bit more into the school year for everyone, and it will be the first Maryland Folk Festival.
Are you excited or overwhelmed?
Both, but I'm excited because there is so much input from the community on this festival. There's so many suggestions and ideas that the community came together and put forth, such as Salisbury University's local stage. That's something we've been wanting to do for a while, and now with the Maryland Folk Festival, we're able to showcase talent in our area on one of the stages, as well as the Henson Foundation's family area. We've got some really wonderful interactive games and activities, but also free play, as well as things that parents were asking for, like a lactation station and a changing area for babies and whatnot. So we're looking at making this festival long standing, which means we're looking at costs and how to best present it, but also to really give our community what they not only want, but what they need.
Right. So like the first bunch of years, it was what the National Folk Festival wanted. They had a model for how they did stuff, and we
Yes.
kind of fit in with that. But now we're flying on our own.
We are. It's a big lift. They taught us so many things over the years and really got us ready to have this festival, and we're stepping up to the plate and owning it. I'm really excited for this because I always say it's the same great festival, just a different name. So it will be just as spectacular, just as fun, just as free as it has been in the past. It's just going to have a little bit of a local flair, although we do have national acts.
Right. And that's what's so cool. And we've talked about this before, where I'll look at the list when you send me the list and I put it in the paper and I'm like, I'm not going to like that one. And that's not for me. And then I go to these things and I'm blown away because they are so great, and I learn and diversify myself and think outside the box, and it becomes a cultural exercise. And that's the beauty of this, is that you all select these people who would not seem to fit in with what most of us would want to see. And it ends up being a really educational experience. It's just so valuable.
Yeah, they're accidental. You become an accidental fan.
Exactly.
Because you might not seek out that type of music or that artist, but you come across it and suddenly you find this new appreciation for that culture or for that music or that dance or that art form or that tradition. And that's what's so great is you have multiple stages. So if you're not into something that you're watching at that moment, we've got 4 stages on site. Go to something else or go to the marketplace and check out. I think we have 26 marketplace vendors. Some are ones that you may have seen in the past. We have a whole lot of new ones, as well as we have our downtown businesses that will be out on the plaza coming out. So there's lots of things to do, lots of things to eat, and just a lot of fun.
Can we go through the acts so you can sort of pitch, and we'll put pictures up? Tom will put pictures up so we can sort of see who we're going to see.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a lot of folks that we've announced already. We have our Folklife program that we're going to announce in the next few weeks, as well as a few more artists for the stages. But right now, we've got a good amount of folks. So I had mentioned the Salisbury University local stage. And on that stage, we have hip hop artist C-Mac. We have R&B artist Marley. We have Calum, or known as Cal Toner, who is I believe, 16-year-old singer-songwriter from Ocean City. Chris English will be performing. On one day, he'll be performing solo, and the next day, he'll be performing with his son Grayson and a drummer included. I'd mentioned Marley, but we also have Jerome Kelly and his band. I think he's bringing 4 vocalists with him of local artists. Lauren Glick from Ocean City, who a lot of people are...
Us people in the bar crowd in Ocean City love Lauren Glick.
Lauren Glick has got a great fan base, as well as the Lowercase Blues from Rehoboth. They're going to come and perform as well. And Red Letter Day, which I was able to chat with Susanna just the other day about her coming to the folk festival. So we're excited to have these folks, and this will be something we'll continue each year. And we'll have our local stage. Salisbury University has generously is supporting this stage for several years. So next year we'll have another group of locals that will be coming.
See, I'm so glad you did that, because that's one of the things you hear in the crowd is that, gosh, wouldn't it be great if our local people got the same play that these national acts get?
Exactly.
Like we've got a local person who's just as good, and you're going to have a venue for that now. That's just so cool.
Yeah, we're really excited. So all those artists will be in the official program that goes into the Salisbury Independent and the Delaware State News. So about 50,000 copies will be distributed. So they'll be in that. They're on our website. They're on our social media. And again, it's that accidental, like become an accidental fan. Maybe you don't know about Cal Toner. Maybe you don't know about Marley, and you're going to come across them and be like, oh my goodness, not only do I love them, but I know I can see them in the area after the festival.
And I think it's great your guide is in the Salisbury Independent. That's like one of my favorite newspapers.
I like it. I'm not so much the people that work there.
There's that.
Yeah. But well, one person.
You try to overcome that stuff.
No, the Salisbury Independent, independent news media have been a supporter of the festival since the beginning.
Absolutely.
And we're so incredibly grateful for that because, like I've mentioned, it's a free festival and we depend on support from sponsors, partners, donations, and independent news media has been one since 2018.
So what are some of the national acts?
There's a band coming from Canada, actually, called the Blue and Gold. That's Indidio is a singer. She's a blues singer from Canada. She is coming with another woman and actually a few others. They are going to be singing blues and spiritual songs from the early 20th century. I saw her in Winnipeg last year, and she started singing, and I started crying.
Yeah?
It was so beautiful. She ended up walking off the stage into the crowd while she was singing and just put a hand on my shoulder. And I was like, that's it. So I reached out when we were looking for artists, and just as a long shot, and I'm so thankful that they're coming.
Great.
So you are going to love them.
Great.
Definitely. We also have Daryl Davis and his whole band coming.
I love Daryl, and when Daryl gets here, I want to do a big story about who Daryl is and his work with people. He's members of the Ku Klux Klan that he's converted over, and he collects their robes. Fascinating guy. One of those people I would never, I guess I'd seen him on C-SPAN, but I would never know him if he hadn't come to Salisbury and performed.
Yeah, he's, first of all, just one of the greatest boogie woogie
Keyboard.
pianists. Yeah,
amazing.
he does
He's amazing
incredible.
on that keyboard.
So he's coming with his band, but he has this incredible other life outside of a musician, and where he reaches out to Ku Klux Klan members to convert them and to get them to denounce it, and takes their robes as sort of like their pelts, their trophies. So
yeah, it's just incredible what this man does.
Yeah.
And when you speak
very
with him,
brave.
there's a way, his demeanor is just incredible. When you shake his hand, it's one of the biggest hands I've ever shaken hands with, but his skills on those keys is just amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited that he's coming back. We also have the High and Wides that are going to be performing.
Yes.
That was another
One of the
exciting
great
announcement.
band names of all time. I really love the High and Wides. That's great.
It'd be cool if we offered haircuts
Yeah.
during their sets.
I could do that.
That
I
would
should
be
do that.
awesome. But they're Baltimore based, but they also are have roots in the rural Delmarva Peninsula.
Right.
So they're a great bluegrass band that will be performing, and we also have you know who you're gonna like, I think, is Ken and Brad Kolodner. They're a father and son, but Brad runs the Old Time Music Festival in Baltimore. He has these amazing concerts with incredible acts, like national acts, in his living room that he broadcasts,
Wow.
I think once a week or a few times a month. But he's fantastic, and he was one of the first people I spoke to when we were looking at acts, and he was such a kind person, knowing that this is our first year as a Maryland. He's like, let me know what I can do to help. If he's like, I understand doing a festival on your own is a big lift, so I'm really happy that he could be here. he was actually here with Charm City Junction, another group that he has. I think it was last year, and he was playing during our wonderful storm that
Right,
happened.
exactly. That
And
was an amazing storm. Yes.
yeah, so I think they got cut short a little bit. So I wanted to make sure that we could bring him back. Another artist that I think you're really gonna like, her name is Tifon, and she is from Maryland, but also actually she lives in Georgia now, but she has roots in Maryland, but she's from Port-au-Prince, Haiti, and she comes with this really cool Afro-Caribbean sort of music, so she's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm very excited that she's coming to join us. The Boys, who are a Baltimore-based polka group, they have Polish-style polka,
Right.
will be performing at the festival. So that's always a lot of fun. People love getting up and dancing to some good polka. They've got, I think, 2 polka Hall of Famers in their group, and they've been performing for a couple of decades. And
So, we're going to
they're
need
gonna
some
be at
brats
Salzburg.
if we're going to do some polka. I mean,
Goodness, we do.
yeah.
Do
you
we
thought
have
about
any
that?
brats?
You better get a brat truck.
Oh my goodness, I don't think we
I might
have
go to
one.
the bank today, get a loan, and start a brat truck.
We're gonna see you just walking around in front of the stage.
Yeah, there's no
with-
newspaper anymore. It's Greg driving the brat truck around.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And you had mentioned drinking and eating. We'll have several food vendors with a variety of food. We've got, your basic festival fare, but we also have the Chrisfield Lodge is coming to do a fish fry at the festival. We also have, obviously, barbecue and I believe luxury. We have a gourmet mac and cheese truck coming.
Oh,
I
man.
know that one I quite like. Crab cakes and all that fun stuff. So there should be a lot of food. Plus Mogan's downtown and Two Scoops. They always go all out during the festival, as well as the Brick Room and Together Cafe and Roadies and Maya Bella's and the Sushi Day Kenpai. They do an amazing job of feeding everyone downtown.
The first year, there was a group from Philadelphia that were selling crab cakes.
They're coming back.
They're coming back. And it was just like, all right, I have to buy a crab cake because I was entertaining some people, and it's going to be not good. And it was one of the best crab cakes I've ever had. Growing up on the Eastern Shore, I know good crab cake. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, it's Sherry's Crab Cakes.
Yeah.
You know what? You know why it's good? Is because they just do that. They're just like
Okay.
crab cake. There's nothing there. They're not selling and pizza and tacos. It's just like crab cake.
It was so good. It was so good. It was like, I wish I didn't have any tartar sauce on it because it tasted so good.
Can you ask for it without tartar sauce?
You can, but I put a little on there because I knew it was going to be bad.
Well, they'll be back.
It was so good.
So yeah, we have some neat food that's coming. I'm a vegetarian, so I always seek out vegetarian options. So we'll have a handful of that as well as sweet treats from Kona Ice and Mr. Softy and things like that.
Excellent.
Yeah, definitely. So Saturday night, dance stage, place to be. We'll have the Chuck Brown Band playing.
Awesome.
Yeah, Chuck Brown, who was the legendary godfather of go-go, passed a few years ago, and his family continues on this legacy. So his son and his daughter are in the band, but his son fronts the band. So that should be a ton of fun at the Purdue Dance Stage.
And that's going to be where it was last year, down to the bottom of the lot.
We're actually, this is fun because of all the development and changes downtown. Pretty much all our stages have to be in the street. We aren't able to use a lot of our lots.
Okay.
So we're moving the dance stage to where close to the GOB on Division, and we're creating an open air dance stage. So
Excellent.
will be lots of lights and fun and dancing and sort of dancing under the stars. And what also is fantastic is because we can't use most of these lots, it actually leaves us the opportunity of not closing a lot of the open lots.
Right.
So we accidentally have more parking than we did before.
Excellent.
So, lot. I know people don't really know lot numbers outside the city, but the lots by Market Street, in the lots, lot one at the bottom that's
Right.
open.
That's the big lot
The
downtown.
big lot downtown. Those are open. Tidal Health, once again, has allowed us to use their parking lots behind the hospital, as well as where the Tidal Health stage was. That paved area on the weekends isn't really utilized by
Right.
hospital staff, so they said public's able to park there. Parking garage, lot 10, the really big one where the flea market is,
Right.
that will be open. So we surprisingly have more parking,
Right.
which is a strange thing to come into, but
Right.
very happy for that.
Excellent.
So we have the Chuck Brown Band coming, which will be a huge party. And then we have this gorgeous flamenco group coming from the DC metro area. It's Furia Flamenca Company.
Right.
So they'll have flamenco guitar as well as dancers. They're gorgeous and
Looks
dramatic.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I'm very happy that they're able to join us.
It's like therapeutic somehow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, when you're manic, like, it's kind of calming.
I find watching flamenco or flamenca, I find it sort of mesmerizing.
Yeah.
You get pulled in and
Exactly.
you're just into
That's
that
it.
rhythm of
Right.
the music.
Now, I know there's more acts.
There are, and I know that we've talked a lot, but I have a few more. We have two youth performer showcases, because that's another thing I want to highlight, or we all want to highlight our young up and coming performers. So we have the Folk Villains coming out, who are 3-time winners of, I believe, at the Berlin Fiddlers Convention for Young Performers. And we also have Jonathan Zapucci, who is this, I mean, he's this incredible 13-year-old violinist. He does classical music as well as traditional llanera music from Venezuela. And he started taking lessons at 4. He is 13 now, and this year he played at Carnegie Hall. So in 9 years, he's won several competitions in the United States as well as overseas. Played in Carnegie Hall. He is the youngest member of the Peabody Music Academy, Peabody Youth Orchestra, and he's got a really bright future. I'm very excited that he'll be performing at the festival.
He's coming to Salisbury.
He's coming to Salisbury. He's from the area. He's from, I believe, Fruitland.
Okay.
So yes, he is coming. But
Coming all the way up to Salisbury.
all the way. Whereas our friends from the Folk Villains, 3 wonderful young performers, they're coming from Tyaskin. But this is another thing that we want to do at our festival, is really highlight not just the national acts and our local acts, but the young people that are going to be the national acts in the future. So excited to have them. We have a pop-up performance in the Henson family area with Carlos,
Carlos from Delmar, the juggler.
Cascading Carlos the Juggler. So he'll be doing 4 pop-up performances in the family area.
I used to see Carlos a lot, and I haven't seen him lately. Is he?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw him over the summer. I'm trying to think. I remember seeing him on Main Street, but I know he's super busy, because whenever
Yeah.
I speak to him, he's on the way to another show. But so he'll be a lot of fun for the kids.
Yeah, that's mesmerizing. It is. It's
He's
just that
good,
skill.
and he's won 2 Guinness World Records
Wow.
for throwing the Diablo. For throwing the devil sticks a certain height. I
Right.
mean, it's some ridiculous height where they had to like film from the top of a building to see
Right.
how high it went. But
Wow.
but he's incredible. And then we have 2 more acts that we've announced. One is Eileen Estes and the Good Folk. They're a traditional Irish folk band.
I love this. Like my favorite. I love that stuff.
She's wonderful. She's actually in Ireland at the moment performing. We correspond every once in a while, and she's like, "I will not have service for a few weeks. I'm going to be in Ireland," and she's jumping around, so she's having a great time. And then finally, kicking off the festival, the Quaby Sisters.
Quaby Sisters. What are they?
Well, word on the street is you're a fan.
I am.
Yeah, so the Quaby Sisters are from Dallas, Texas, Western Swing. They've performed, I think it was in 2019.
The first year.
Oh, it was the first year.
The first year.
2018 then.
Yeah.
And they are actually on their farewell tour.
They are.
So this may be the last chance for many of us to see them perform before they take an indefinite break. But they have been playing since I think they were
Children.
15, 16, young. Now they have families of their own, and they've decided to take a break. And we are very lucky that on their farewell tour, they're stopping in Salisbury.
But we only get them for one day.
We get them for one day, one show.
And will that be at the Tidal Health stage?
That will be at the Purdue Dance Stage.
Okay.
That's where we're going to be kicking off the festival.
Okay.
And we'll have a host of fun guests that will be joining us on stage. And as soon as they're locked in, we'll be able to share that too.
So you're not going to tell me, but there's a rumor the governor might be here?
There's a rumor, I'm sure. But you know, we would love for Governor Moore to join us. Also, the Quaby sisters, which I mentioned earlier, they're on their farewell tour. So yeah, we've got a ton of people coming, and then we have our whole Folklife program that we're going to announce pretty soon, as well as a few more performers. But there's a lot going on at the festival. The next big push, honestly, for me, will be for volunteers.
Right.
The biggest need being for the Bucket Brigade.
And volunteer, you get a volunteer
You do.
T-shirt. Yeah.
I'm working on the design now for it. I don't know. What, any thoughts or ideas?
That black one from a couple years ago, I really liked that one.
Yeah, that was very cool. You know, I think we might do the opposite. We might do a white one, and that way people can tie-dye it or paint it or color it and make it their own.
And I like the white shirts because they're very clean.
They're very clean. They're in the sun, sort of nice. But I like the idea, sort of what this festival has become is where we're making this our own. So make the shirt your own, and you can color it however you like.
Right. The Salisbury colors, the kind of rainbow colors, that's kind of cool.
I think that would be neat.
Yeah. I'm colorblind, so, I mean.
It will be less fun for you.
Right.
But I don't know. I dig that idea. So we're playing around with that, and hopefully a lot of folks will come out and have a good time. And if they can donate to the Bucket Brigade, they will, and you get a little sticker saying that you donated. But I just want this festival. People ask, well, how many people are going to come? And I just want us to come together, enjoy each other's company, learn something new, and have a fun time.
Yeah, we have no idea how many people are going to come.
We have no idea, but I think with what we're offering, and with it being in a little later in the year, I'm guessing that we're going to have some pretty large crowds. But there's lots of things going on.
So Quaby Sisters, I cannot recommend them highly enough. They're just amazing to me. Just the range of what they do, from the swing to the ballads that they sing. Sophia, not that I know so much about this, Sophia is an amazing writer. She's written some just incredible songs. They've got original material plus stuff that everyone loves. It's just awesome that they're going to be here to kick it off.
We're very lucky. I actually didn't know they were going to be taking a break, and when I found that out, I thought, wow, we have this opportunity. It's not only special that it's the Maryland Folk Festival, not only special that they're leading off the festival, but for many of us who, when we listen to their music, it sort of like puts you into a trance in a sense. So I'm very happy that they can be here.
So remind us again, what are the dates?
Sure. September 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. And it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We hope that you can make it. It's a free festival to attend, plenty of parking, and a lot of fun.
Now, when is Sunfest and Oceans Calling, other things that might get people to,
Sure. I believe Oceans Calling is the week after us. That weekend should be a lot of fun. Plus, there's another event happening just 30 minutes away in Berlin. It's the Berlin Fiddlers Convention that weekend. So you can get two festivals in one. You can go to Berlin, enjoy some incredible music, wonderful Main Street activities, and then come to the Maryland Folk Festival as well. We are Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I believe they are around the same time, but they finish up a little earlier. But you can do both. Enjoy the beach, enjoy all the that the shore has to offer. It doesn't have to be just come to the festival and that's it. We want you to explore Delmarva, explore the Eastern Shore, and just have a great time.
If I want to be a volunteer, what do I do?
If you want to be a volunteer, you just go to mdfolkfest.com and click on volunteer. There's all the different roles that are open right now. Sign up through shoregetconnected.org and sign up for the shift that you want, the time that you want, the role that you want. We'll have our volunteer orientation the Wednesday before the Folk Festival. We're going to actually have it under, I think, the Folk Life tent. So we're just going to be downtown, and people get their shirts. They'll learn a little bit more about their duties, and they'll have a lot of thanks and gratefulness from me when I see you there at orientation.
Bucket Brigade, very important. Like people say all the time, they're like, "Oh, the city's wasting all this money on the folk festival." Not true.
I have been working very hard with several people to get grants, sponsorships, donations, to fund this festival. And we've also looked at the budget and made some really big cuts so that we can afford this festival. We're not depending on, on city funds. We are looking for outside help, and we've gotten some incredible support, not only from Purdue, who's our presenting sponsor, but from the Maryland State Arts Council, who has come in with $150,000 worth of support this year, which is tremendous, as well as the Henson Foundation, Salisbury University, and a handful of other folks that have come in, Shore Distributors, who's funding our poster challenge. The top 10 poster designs, I think we're going to release this week.
Good.
And let people vote on that. That's
Good.
another way to make this our festival.
Right.
We have our community designing our poster, and then we are picking the one we want. So the designs, we had about 50 people submit designs. They were incredible and very different. And so we had, I think, about 40 or so city employees come together and vote for their top 10. And those top 10 will be released to the public to vote.
Excellent. And the economic benefit to the community is amazing. It's documented. There's no doubt that this helps us.
It does help. It's it's a lot of people in, and it isn't just about 3 days of economic impact. It's about people coming to the Eastern Shore and realizing they want to come back. So it's an economic impact that lasts year round. It's also a way for businesses to see how they can interact with future customers. And also it's an incentive for businesses and for future people to go to university to say, hey, there's something there for me to do. So there's a lot of things in a lot of different ways that the festival impacts our economy and our community.
Website?
mdfolkfest.com. And I hope to see you at the festival.
She's Caroline O'Hare of the Maryland Folk Festival, and we're thrilled she had time to be here today. We can't wait. Thank you, Caroline, for being here.
Thank you.
I'm Greg Bassett from the Salisbury Independent. Another edition of 101 right here on PAC 14.
First Shore Federal is proud to support PAC 14 and One on One. we'd encourage every business to support PAC 14 and pick a program and support it, and let's make a difference.